Hello all, welcome to Quantifiers YouTube channel. I hope your preparation is going well and I do hope that you have joined our Facebook group for regular practice and updates. And if you wish to receive all the important messages on WhatsApp, so please feel free to fill the Google form given in the description below. And now that you have the cat off your back, so let's go ahead full throttle onto the other test. And one of the important tests which is following this week is IFT. Okay, so IFT in the verbal section. Okay, so time and again they keep on introducing a new type of questions. Okay, so a new type of questions, maybe they are sometimes they are from a grammar and a sentence correction, but they still remain the same. The pattern is almost the same. Okay, you're gonna get two or the four sentences. Okay, two sentences almost similar with a minute difference, and that minute difference is actually the reason for the differentiation between two sentences and the reason that one is correct and the one is wrong. Okay, so grammar and sentence correction is still doable, but students often face students often face problems in your vocabulary based questions. Okay, so IFT is notorious, okay, for the reason that it tries to pack the old items in the new packaging. Okay, so they give vocabulary. Okay, they are testing nothing, they are just testing the word and its meaning. Okay, but the way that they have set the questions, okay, the way that they have presented the words and their meanings and the question format, that varies again from time to time and from paper to paper and year to year, rather, I would say. Okay, so let's see what were the key changes in the IFT paper. Not the key changes, rather, I would say, what are the new types of a vocabulary based questions which was introduced by IFT in the previous year. Okay, so there's simply a vocabulary based question, the word and the meaning, but how the question actually looks like and what should be your approach while solving those kinds of the questions. So the very first question was from this thing. Okay, so let's see what is this. So create a word using all jumbled alphabets. Okay, all jumbled alphabets as provided in the table below and identify its appropriate meaning. Okay, so that is first of all what you need to do is that from this particular words which are being given in the block format, you need to make a word. Okay, and that particular word will use all the words that are being put here. Okay, and then you have to look for the appropriate meaning. Okay, so my suggestion for this kind of the question is that just devote few seconds. Okay, and in case if you're able to figure out, okay, so in case you are able to figure out a word, okay, in few seconds or at the max 1 minute, at the max. Okay, 1 minute, in case if you are able to figure out some word, okay, then please go ahead. Otherwise keep this question to be done in case if you have time at the end. Okay, don't waste much of the time because sometimes maybe the word actually really don't strike us. Okay, so in case if the word has to strike us, it will gonna come within a few within a fraction of some time. Okay, so that's the case, so don't waste much of the time here. Okay, because again you have to, the word is not being highlighted here. Okay, you have to come for the meaning of the word also. Okay, so that's the case. So the word here, let's see. So at one go you can see there are double E, there is E, there is T, I, C, C, C. Okay, so the word here is eclectic. Okay, so can you see E, C, L, E, C, okay, and T, I, C. Okay, so all the words are being used. Okay, all the jumbled alphabets are being used. Okay, and now we need to figure out what is the meaning of the word eclectic. Okay, so eclectic actually stands for, let's say, deriving ideas, style, or taste from a broad and diverse range of sources. Okay, so broad and diverse range of sources. So the correct answer is wide ranging. Okay, so again, I stick to my suggestion that in at one go, in case if you're able to figure out the word, okay, then it's perfectly fine. But in case if you're not able to figure out because it's a jumbled alphabets and you have to frame a word, it may be a little time consuming. So maybe you can do it at the end of the time or end of the section when you have got an ample amount of a time. So let's move on to the next question type. Okay, so it's a match the word and its correct meanings, and this is pretty simple. Okay, so rather than giving you, or rather than just asking you a plain question which is asking you what is the meaning of this word and then the four options, the author has given, the question setter rather I would say, has given you the words and their meanings, and you have to match them. Okay, Now, the easiest how you should actually approach these kinds of the question is to find out the word, okay, which you know the meaning for and you're pretty sure about, okay. So out of all the words, the word that I know definitely is a fatalist, okay. So death is a fatal incident, okay. Yeah, death is fatalistic, okay. So that is means something which is bound to happen, okay, which will happen for sure, okay. So the case here is 3 is actually D. Okay. So someone who believes outcomes are determined in advance. Okay. That is, it is bound to happen. Okay. So that ways I know that the one link is 3 and D. Okay. Now let me just take the help of the options. Okay. So 3B, 3C, 3D, and 3D. Okay. So there are two options that are close by. And then I don't have to wonder a lot about fourth and A. Okay. So fourth is a Pollyanna and A is an excessively cheerful or optimistic person. Okay, so I know that 3 is D and 4 is A. Okay, now I need to figure out B and C. Okay, so this is one kind of the question where the examiner is not being quite helpful in terms of options. No doubt that he has given me that fourth is definitely A. Okay, so in case if you know either the meaning of oracle or Cassandra, okay, then only you'll be able to crack it. Okay, but oracle, I can you see like in case if we've been following few serials or Hollywood movies or maybe like let's say Splitsvilla, okay, so they take it to the oracle room and all that thing, okay. So oracle is a kind of thing, okay, which you can say is a person through whom divine advice or prophecy was sought, okay. So you can find out this thing, okay. And Cassandra is a person who predicts misfortune, okay. So one is B and two is C, okay. So the correct answer here is C, okay. So it's a nothing, but it's a plain question which is just asking, which has just given you the word and its meaning, okay. You have to match the following. In case if you know the meaning of the two words out of the four words, then I would say go ahead with these questions, take the help of options like the way that we have done, okay, and go ahead with this kind of question, okay. But out of the four words, okay, in case if you just know the meaning of the one word, okay, and you don't have a very educated and a calculative guesses on these kinds of work, okay, then I would say to simply avoid these kind of questions, okay. So to solve these kinds of the question, you need to know at least one word for sure and a one word for which you can take a calculative speculation. That would I would say, okay. So I hope this kind of a pattern is clear and the approach to solve these kinds of questions. Yeah, so the next kind of a question which the examiner generally gives, or the IFT question setters really like, okay, they're in the form of a crossword, okay. Now, how does this question, it looks really dreadful at one go, but it is not that difficult, okay. So what you do is that there are approximately 10 words given to you, okay, and then on the basis of the meaning, so can you see this across and a down, okay, they are nothing but out of the 10 words which is given to you, the 5 words meaning are presented to you, and that 5 words you need to actually fill in the crossword and then choose the particular option, okay. So again, the story is that out of the 10 words, at least you should know 4 5 words, okay. Some people, what they do is that, okay, I'll talk about that particular thing later, but first of all, let's fill this thing, okay. So the very first meaning that they have given is a persistent determination, okay. So persistent determination, you should know, okay. So out of the 10 words, which is the word that actually stands for persistent determination, okay. And in case if you know, this tenacity is a comparatively quite a known word, okay, you should know, okay. So persistent determination is actually one is your A, okay. So let's try to fill this. So this is across is your horizontal, down is your vertical, okay. So across, horizontal, persistent determination, first word is tenacity. Okay, now some people try to act smart, okay. So what they do, they try to solve this crosswords with a hit and trial method, okay. But see, the question setter is really smart by himself or herself, okay. So can you see 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8? So what some of the students do, they used to count the words, but can you see how many 8-letter words are there? So this is an 8-letter words, 4 5 6 7 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. This is an 8-letter words, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. This is an 8-letter word, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Okay, so there are three 8-letter words. Okay, so you don't know which particular word will fit in. Okay, so what you can do is that you can plug in all the things. Okay, then but plugging in all the options and all the 8-letter words and then see whether it is going horizontal and whether it is matching with all the other words will going to take a lot amount of time. Okay, it involves a lot of hit and trials. Okay, so my advice is rather than getting into these kinds of techniques, okay, provided you have solved all the entire paper in a very less time, then you can do all these kinds of things. Okay, but my advice still is you should at least know the meaning of 4 words out of the 10 words. Okay, or maybe the meanings out of, so suppose they have asked the meaning of the 5 words. Okay, so out of this 5 words, at least you should know the meaning of the 2 or 3 words at least. Okay, then only you'll be able to solve this crosswords, otherwise there's no point. Okay, now let's see of no real value. So maybe I'm not pretty sure right now. Let's see the down options. A collector and student of money, especially coins. Okay, so that is actually numismatist. Okay, we have been studying it during our school days. Okay, so 2 is numismatist, and I know that the 2 actually starts with n. Okay, and this word is the maximum word that is being presented. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. So this is the only word. Okay, 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. That is an 11 words, and this is the 11 words. Okay, so you can actually make a calculative or educated guess here. Okay, so the word is numismatist. So there's no word which is as long as this. Okay, so through this, in case if you are able to fill this okay, so in case if you are able to make a calculative thing, okay, let's see here, numismatist, in case if you are able to fill in numismatist, okay, because this is the longest word that is there here. Okay, so let's fill it again. So if the first word is tenacity, okay, and this word is numismatist. Okay, see, my suggestion is still you should know the meaning of the words. Okay, this I'm telling you in case. Okay, where. Okay, so let me just clear. I've made a little mistake here. Okay, so tenacity. Okay, and the second word is numismatist. Okay, so, numismatist. Okay, so yeah, that's what I'm saying. So this hint of telling you that this is the longest word and numismatist is the only word that has got as many alphabets as they are in the down crosswords is to just to tell you in case if you don't know anything. Okay, you have time in the paper. Okay, you still want to fetch marks here and there. Okay, so then in through you, okay, you can use all these kinds of techniques. Okay, or you can use when you're confused that whether this numismatist is a person or a factitious is a person, you're not pretty sure. Okay, so thereby you can actually take the advantage of the crosswords. Okay, you can count the words, you can see the, so n is the word which comes third. Okay, within this 8-letter words, or 8-letter words are this. Okay, it's this, and out of this only the word that has n at the third number is the tenacity, so tenacity will automatically fit in. Okay, so that actually depends. Okay, a lot. Okay, but it depends upon how the words are being given to you. Okay, and how, like, cordial, or I would say the question setter has set an easy crossword puzzle. Okay, so that's one of the case. Okay, so there's one way of doing it. For the options you're confused, so you can take the advantage of the crosswords. Okay, but you should know the meaning. That is my advice. Okay, so first was A. Okay, and 2 is your F. Now let's go to the options. Okay, so first A, and first A, not much of helpful. Okay, so 2F, and then again 2F is there in the option number. Just a second, let me just drag it a little bit. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so again on option number, this says 2F and this says 2F. So out of the option number A and B, one has to the answer. So C and D strike off. But one thing is pretty clear, there's close from this is that 5 is an I. Okay, so 5 is an I. Okay, so here the examiner wants us to take the advantage of the option. So 5 is 1. Okay, so we know that resistance to guidance or discipline is wayward. Okay, now I'm looking for a word which is 3 of no real value, which maybe starts with something, has fourth letter A and the last letter is a Y. Okay, so the only thing that is being highlighted here is a negatory. Okay, which has see again. Now in case if you're gonna know a wayward and you know about this numismatist, so can you see both these options, tenacity and negatory, they have fourth letter as A and the last letter as Y. Okay, so this is how they trap you. So generally my advice is not to follow this kind of techniques of fitting in the words according to the accounts of the alphabets or according to the one word and then try to fit in. Okay, so it can be done. Okay, I'm not saying that it cannot be done, but still the question setter is also really smart. Okay, he tried to put in those kinds of the words only which is almost same kind of like A at the fourth and A at the fourth, both in tenacity and negatory, and Y at the last and Y at the last. Okay, so that you just cannot crack it only on the basis of this kind of a clever techniques. Okay, so that's the case. So one is pretty sure that tenacity we have already fit in. So of no real value is your negatory. Okay, so let's fill in negatory here. Negatory. Okay, so now we know that 3 is your D. Okay, so the only option which is saying 1A, 3D is your this, 2F, 4H, and 5I. So just confirm for the fourth. So the fourth is excessively mournful. Okay, and the word is lugubrious. Okay, so lugubrious is the word and it is actually fitting in also. So lugubrious. Okay, so this is how you can actually do. Okay, so fourth is your H. So you have to find out across me 1 is your A, 3 is your D, 2 is your F, fourth is your H, and 5 is your I. That is the answer. Okay, so I hope you got the logic. Okay, how to actually, I've told you all the ways to do it. Okay, you know the meaning of the words. That's brilliant. Okay, there's nothing like that. It will gonna save ample amount of the time. Just fit in the words, you know the meaning, done for the day. Okay, now in case you don't know the meaning, take the advantages of the options. Okay, but again, you cannot just do it on the basis of the counts of the alphabets and just fitting in and doing the hit and trial. It will be too much of time consuming. Okay, but better you can utilize that particular time to solve rest of the other questions and gain more number in terms of the marks. Okay, so that's the case. Okay, so just don't do the hidden trial. At least you should know the meaning of the two words. Out of the 5 meanings which are given, in case if you know the meanings of the two words, you may try the options. You may then try to fit in few of the words and you can do this crossword puzzle. Okay, so this is how you need to do this. I hope you got the logic and you got the understanding of how to solve these kinds of the questions. Okay, so let's move on to the next question in a row. Okay, so yeah, the one thing good from the point of view of the vocabulary based questions which are being asked in the IFT is that generally when they give you 10 words or they give you 15 words, there are a couple of questions which follow the same kinds of the words. Okay, so can you see that the 10 words, the 5 words, the question setter has asked us in the let's say crosswords, and there were 2 more questions. Okay, so A, B, C, D. So 4 words he's testing here also. Okay, so for the 10 words, whenever this come in this kind of a format, okay, please be sure that at least you're gonna get 5 to 9 questions from this particular type of questions. Okay, this is what the trend is telling us. Okay, so let's see, below given A and words explain the meaning of the 2 words. So what they have given again is a meaning of the words, and you need to find the words and then you need to pick up the options. Okay, so it's almost similar to the crosswords. Crosswords, you need to fill the crosswords and then you need to pick up the option accordingly. Here you just simply have to find out the word which means the same as given in the question. Okay, so out of all these things, okay, I'm sure you must know the meaning of this word, okay, which is a formal text, okay, that treats a particular topic systematically. Okay, so treatise. Okay, in case if you remember, okay, you must have read this word in your social studies, in your political science subjects, or maybe in case if you're reading a political newspaper on a daily basis. Okay, so treatise is a kind of a written work, okay, which is dealing formally and systematically with the subject. Okay, so D is E. Okay, so I would rather write it in the format of the options. Okay, so the E word actually stands for the D. Okay, secret and sly, okay, artificial or fake. Artificial or fake you can still do, okay. That is factitious, okay. Now what is factitious is something which is artificially created or artificially developed, okay. So factitious is a word for it, so it's J and B, okay. Now E, D, E, D, okay, and J and B, there's the only option which is saying this, and I'm gonna go ahead and mark this option. I'm gonna just check for the rest of the other, but otherwise for these kinds of the options, questions, the options are not of much use, okay. You need to know the meanings, okay. Maybe in case if I know out of the 4 words, I know the meaning of the 2 words, then still I can do it, okay, in case if the options are being pretty nice to me, okay. So now the property of being extremely abundant, okay, so it's actually cornucopia, okay. So cornucopia, so you know that B is A, okay. So cornucopia is a symbol, it's basically a symbol of plentiness, okay. It consists of a goat's horn, and then there are overflowing of fruits, flowers, okay, corns, etc., okay. So that is actually cornucopia, okay. Now secret and sly, okay, that is actually the word is furtive, okay. So C is actually C here, okay. So furtive is when you try to avoid, let's say, notice and attention, okay. You try to being act as a secretive and a sly, okay. So that's the case, okay. So B, A, J, B, C, C, E, D, okay. That's the answer to this question. So again these are nothing, okay. They're the plain vocabulary based questions, okay, which are just testing your meaning, okay. Now this is the previous year question that I have taken, okay. So you can see that out of the 10 words that are being asked, they have given us the 15 words, and then the crossword, similarly the same instructions across and down, okay. And then we need to pick up the option, okay. So let's do this. The again, you should first go through all the words, okay, and you should figure out how many words do you actually know from this particular crossword, okay. In case if you know good amount of words, please go ahead with this question. In case if you have not heard the terms at all, okay, please don't attempt this type of questions. You're gonna tend to have a negative marking, or else in case if you do hit and trial, you're gonna be using a lot amount of your time, okay, which you can actually use to solve a lot many questions rather than these 4 questions, okay. And secondly, my advice is, like, in case if you want to try this kind of a question, you can pause the video and you can solve it, and then you can resume for the answers, okay. So the very first is strange or ugly in a way that's not natural, okay. The common word here is grotesque, okay, and I'm sure you must have heard about this word here and there, okay. So grotesque is a very kind of a very ugly, okay, and a distorted figure, comically distorted figure, okay, or image, okay. So strange or ugly in a way that's not natural is grotesque, and grotesque is your A is 8, okay. So at least 1 or 2 words you should know, okay. Let's try to fill A. It's across, okay. So across is horizontal, so it's grotesque. Okay, see, again, you cannot just simply count the words. So it is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, okay. So this is 9, this is 9, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, this is 9. This is 9. So there's so many 9-letter words. Okay. So you could not just try with this counting words and then fitting in. Okay. So A is 8. Okay. So A is 8. A is 8 here. Okay. So in case if I'm 100% sure of it, but then again, the options, one thing I can do is that C is 14. Okay. But for that, I need to be 100% sure about across. Okay. About A, that it is actually grotesque. Okay. So let's see, C, they are saying is 14th. Okay. Yeah. A piece of writing or a speech praising is a panegyric. Okay. So I'm sure you must have studied about this word, okay, panegyric, okay, during when you were actually learning the tones and all, okay. So panegyric is actually kind of public speech or published text in which is in order to praise something, okay. So it is a speech praising. So laudable tone, okay, panegyric tone, okay. So you should know, okay. I feel like in case if you are prepared well for the tones, okay, so you must have heard about this terminology at least one, okay. So C is 14, okay. So let's fill in C's down, okay. So it's panegyric, P-A-N-E Gyric, and this is C. And I'm pretty sure that both the words are correct, okay? Because panegyric and this, okay? But again, you cannot just again go up and pick up the word which has E in the fourth. This has E in the fourth. This has E in the fourth, okay? And any other word E in the fourth. So there are two words which has E in the fourth, okay? So again, we cannot be pretty sure, okay? We need to know at least two words, okay? Now let's say, now again, the options are of not much use, okay? I need to actually know and solve that. So across is telling us B, okay, narrow-minded, provincial, or insular. Suppose we don't know the meaning of it. So one thing is clear from the panegyric is that this word has R in third form, okay? But then again, this has R in third, this has R in third, okay? This has R in third, this is R in third, okay? This has R in fourth, sorry, okay? So this won't be clear, okay? So marsupial, burlesque, veritable, parochial, what is this, okay? So we need to know parochial, sorry. Okay, so we need to know. Okay, the correct answer to this is narrow-minded. So here the question setter is not being very friendly to us. Okay, maybe will for a time being again. I don't know which word will come here because there's no other hint that I can take off. Neither from the options, neither by through the words which are given because there's so many words which has got R in a third. Okay, so the correct answer is narrow-minded, provincial, and insular is parochial. Okay, so a parochial is basically having let's say you can say a limited or a narrow or a outlook or a scope. Okay, so for that logic, we can fill the crosswords with the word parochial. Okay, so Parochial. Okay, now once we are able to figure out, okay, that the B is actually fifth, okay, we are almost done with this thing, okay, because there's only one option which is saying A as an 8, B as a fifth, and a C as a 14, okay, so almost we're done with this, but still, okay, but this is only when you know the meaning of the words, okay, in case if you don't know the meaning of the words, you still have to figure out. So let's see what is this absolute, genuine, authentic, and actual. Okay, so it's down and it's A. So again, the word has R in a third. Okay, so R in a third, one word we have already used, which is parochial. So it's either veritable, it's either burlesque, it's either or marsupial. Marsupial is again a common word, okay? I mean, like in case if you know, it's used for the mammals like kangaroos, okay, which used to carry their babies in the pouches. So that is a marsupial is a terminology used for that. So now veritable and burlesque, one has to fit in. So let's see what is that. But again, not pretty sure. So let's see in case if we know the meaning of the word humorous, light-hearted, or flippant. Okay. So the word here for the humorous, light-hearted, and flippant is facetious. Okay. So where is that word facetious? Okay. So it's this. Okay. So B is our 11th. Okay, so facetious is a word which is used for treating serious issues with, you can say, a deliberately inappropriate humor, or a flippant is a synonym for it. Okay, so down B is facetious, Facetious. Okay, and maybe this is the only word which has got E. No, there's a panegyric also, and yeah, almost you can do that E and the fourth in case if you are able to fill the panegyric before. Okay, panegyric before. Okay, so that's the case. So facetious, okay, is a word, and for A, which has got R in a third, so we have done with the parochial. Okay, so the only word that is left is burlesque. Okay, now burlesque is actually kind of, you can say, parody. Okay, so down, okay, we left with A. Okay, that is absolute, genuine, and authentic and actual. Okay, so the word here for the absolute, genuine, authentic, and actual is veritable. Okay, so it's veritable. Okay, so veritable is something which is not false, something which is not unreal, something which is not imaginary. Okay, so something which is absolute, something which is genuine, something which is authentic. Okay, and something which is actual. Okay, so that is actually veritable. Okay, so now we know that A is 8. Okay, and B narrow-minded and provincial. So B was your parochial. Okay, parochial, sorry, parochial is your 4/5. Okay, So A is 8, B is 5th, A is 2nd, absolute, genuine, authentic is veritable. And then B is your 11th, which is facetious, humorous, light-hearted, and flippant. And C is your panegyric, okay, which is a piece of writing or a speech praising somebody or something, okay. So this is how you need to solve this, okay. It will gonna take a little bit amount of a time in case if you don't know the meanings. In case if you know the meanings, you'll be able to do it, okay. But I hope you got the logic, okay. How sometimes you can, with the help of the options or by counting the words or try to figure out which is the third or the fourth word, you can actually go ahead with the crosswords, okay. But again, my advice and the key is that you should know the meaning of the words, okay. So let's see the other questions, okay, related to vocab. So this is again one question, again from the same set of 15 words, okay. So below given A and B, explain the meaning or synonyms of the two words from the above table. Identify the correct matching options. So almost similar to what we have done. So you can pause the video and you can try in case if you know. So out of A and B, okay, both are easy words, okay. So imposter, fraud, and quack, okay. And the word I think so you should know is a charlatan, okay. So is a charlatan is a person who falsely claim to have a special knowledge or skills, okay. So he's a kind of fraud or a quack, okay. So B again is your 8, okay. And in case if you're pretty sure with it, there's only one option which is stating that you can go ahead and finish this particular thing, okay. But in case you're not pretty sure about charlatan, then you need to see what is the another second word, okay. So A is saying you happening suddenly for brief period of times but not regular or continuous, okay. So the word here is spasmodic, okay, which is your 15th word, okay. So A 15th and B 13th, okay, is your answer, okay. So spasmodic, okay, so you know spasma and all that. I am sure you must have read about this word, okay. So spasmodic, which happen suddenly, okay, for a short period of a time and not in a regular way, okay. So that is actually a spasmodic, okay. So again, a typical question which is just testing you the meaning. So rather than giving you synonyms and giving you the four options, this is how the question setter has presented the question, okay. So let's move on to the next. Okay, so you can see, okay, so the one time that for whenever these kinds of 15 questions are there, so you can know that the question set is tested approximately 5 or 6 in crosswords, then 2 in the form of this meanings, and then 2 in the form of synonyms. So there were approximately 10 questions based on a one particular set only, okay. So below given, explain the meaning or synonym. So in the previous you have seen that they have given you typically just the meaning of the word, and you find the word which has got the exact meaning, okay. Now here you can see that rather than giving you the meaning is exactly the kind of synonym only, okay. They have given you the synonym of the word, okay. And on the basis of the synonym of the word, you need to pick up the word from the question set, okay. And then you need to correct matching options from the choices given below, okay. So parody, caricature, and ridicule, okay. So you need to find out, okay, the word parody, caricature, and let's say ridicule is your word burlesque, okay. Yeah, here it is, okay. So burlesque is kind of, let's say, a parody or to imitate in an absurd or comically or exaggerated way, okay. So that is to mock. It's parody is a case, okay, ridicule is a case, and a caricature is a case, okay. So A is your 7th, okay. A is your 7th option, and it is only one, okay. So we just need to be pretty sure about the second one. So clot, thicken, okay. And let's say, so the word for the or coalesce is, the word is actually coagulate, okay. So this is the word coagulate, okay. So coagulate is B is your first, and this is the answer, okay. So coagulate is basically, it's especially used for a fluid like blood, especially, okay, when it changes to a solid or a semi-solid state, okay. When we say that the blood clotting is there, okay, so that means that rather than the liquid form, the blood is actually solidified, okay. So that is kind of a coalesce, clot, thicken, so the exact synonyms. So that is your answer, okay. So by this we are done with the IFT new type of questions which are totally vocab based, okay. I think so that you are really being you gained some kind of an inputs from this session today, and you understood how to actually go about these kinds of the question. But again, the key here is you should know the words, okay? And the words is something that cannot be built in a day, okay? This has to be done, okay, since the very first day of your preparation, and I hope that you have done all these things, okay? But still, in case if you're not sure about the words and all that, okay, because you cannot learn all the words, okay? That's what I'm telling you, that out of all the this is where the question setter is also does not want, question setter does not want you to know all the words, okay? But you should know at least the good amount of words, okay? Sort of the two meanings, in case if I know the meaning of the one word also, okay, then the options are like designed in such a manner that examiner is fine. In case if you know out of the two words you know the meaning of the one word, that's pretty fine, but at least you should know the meaning of that one word, okay? So with this note, I'm gonna close this video and hope to see you in the next video with a new topic. Meanwhile, study hard, stay safe, and yeah, stay cool, calm, enjoy your life to the fullest. Okay, guys, thank you.